The following program was paid for by Latino Cleveland.
Hola, mi gente, and welcome back to another episode of Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I just love that intro. We highlight the Northeast Ohio's Hispanic community here. I'm Myra Rosario, the founder and host. On today's show, we've got food, music, Latino-owned business, and lots more. So guess what? Let's just get this show started.
Hey, Myra,
how are you, Cesar?
So today we're going to be featuring a dish from Mexico. It's called lomo de cerdo con anís.
Ooh,
the translation will be like pork loin with anisette. We're going to be using a pork loin, which is a very what you call like a fatless piece of meat. We're going to be using some salt, pepper. We're going to be using some red onions, some garlic, a little bit of anise seeds that you can see here. I want you to smell that. No? You can sense the smell, this fresh anise.
Oh, interesting.
We're going to have a little bit of cumin, a little bit of fresh cream, pork stock, and a little bit of water there.
What was this right here?
That was like a little bit of cornstarch with water. That's going to give it the thickness to our sauce.
Okay.
And of course, we're going to be using anisette, which is very good. It's like a very strong licorice, I think. It's very good from Spain.
I don't know. You're always bringing something to drink over here. I love my day job.
Everything is fresh here, so we're going to make a very fresh dish for the season changing. You know?
Okay. Now, where could someone pick up this?
Exactly. As usual, the West Side Market, has the best pieces of cut of meat out there. I like to go in there every single week, to buy my fresh products, Like I said, it's a very, very, it doesn't have a lot of fat, and that's the kind of piece you want to use in this kind of dish,
Okay.
You see some fat there, but not a lot.
Okay, perfect. So if you guys are tuning in for the first time, Cesar makes this wonderful dish throughout the show. So I am going to let you get started. And remember, you can print this recipe on latinocleveland.com. Now stick around. Next, we have our education sponsor, Neomed, in studio to talk to us about the importance of paying close attention to your medication. It's really interesting. Stick around. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I am excited to have with us part of the team of Neomed, pharmacist, right?
Pharmacist and student pharmacist.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Jackie Boyle. I'm an assistant professor at Northeast Ohio Medical University.
Okay, and
my name is Melanie Rosum. I'm a third-year student at Neomed.
Okay.
And I'm Ina Gerasimchik, also a third-year student pharmacist.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks for having us.
No problem. So can you share with our audience, what is Script Your Future?
Sure. So Script Your Future is a national campaign that's sponsored by the National Consumers League. And it's to help healthcare providers really reach out to patients and talk to them about the importance of taking their medications as prescribed.
Right.
So we've been doing this for a few years now at Northeast Ohio Medical University. And for the past couple of years, we've actually gotten a governor's proclamation.
Oh, wow.
Which is really exciting this year since he's kind of a busy guy.
Yeah.
Governor Kasich on his campaign trail.
That's awesome.
But he actually has declared January and March of this year, remember to take your medicines months.
Nice.
So for all of Ohio, he's declared that on behalf of our college.
Great. Now, what type of things do you do to, meet that mission?
Sure.
Sure. So we go out throughout the Northeast Ohio community. We kind of make events, and we were actually at Great Lakes Science Center, the South Park Mall, and we really reach out to patients, and we actually have done different YouTube videos and translated into different languages, including Spanish.
Nice.
So that's really exciting for us, and we actually were teaching a class at Tri-C to the elder population about what are medications and the different things that go along with it.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to be reaching out to our community.
Right. Now, so with the student involvements, you do events. What type of advice do you actually give people, if you don't mind just sharing one or two that you do for people as far as taking their medications the right way?
Sure. I think one big thing is just having an updated medication list with you at all times, so that whenever you encounter a healthcare provider, you can provide them with a list of all your prescriptions, your over-the-counters, and your herbals, because I think a lot of times we forget that those can interact with prescription medications.
Yeah.
And then just having a good way to organize your medication medications, I think is really important as well.
Awesome. Now you said organized. Now I see you have something.
Yeah, I have this
few
lovely pill
examples.
box right here. So we tell patients there's different ways to be adherents, and
Yep.
you can either use a pill box or alarm clock on your phone that you can set
Yeah.
throughout the day.
Yeah.
Or there's different applications on your phone. There's really many ways that you can be adherent.
Right. Now, you did have some information to share with our audience on screen.
So,
Now, can I ask you a question? Now, you do cater to Spanish speaking as well, right?
absolutely.
So what type of things do you do for them?
So we have many resources that we can give patients that are Spanish speaking.
Right.
Script Your Future has a lot on their website. So at scriptyourfuture.org, they have pamphlets and different information about different disease states that you can print in
Right.
Spanish. One of the things that we really like are these medication cards.
Yeah.
So we have them in English and Spanish, and we use them to help patients write down the medications that they
Right.
take.
Yeah.
And then on the back, we have questions, and they're written in Spanish for patients to ask their doctor. Anytime they get a new medication, you
Great
can also
idea.
ask your pharmacist. Some other things we did were those videos. We made a public service announcement in Spanish. And if you go to pick up a medication at your pharmacy, if you ask, they can print out the drug information monograph in Spanish for you.
Right.
Most pharmacies can do that.
Actually, where can they find those videos?
They're linked to the Neomed website. We have a YouTube channel, so you can
Okay.
find them there. I think we have 9 or 10 languages that are
Yeah.
up there now, so we
That
have
is
multiple
great.
resources available.
I love this. Thank you so much for sharing with our audience
you.
this
Oh,
thank you.
information.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes. Now, if anyone would like to get a hold of you guys, you actually have your own website, right? It's scriptourfuture.org. Do you share your events on there as well?
That will be the national campaign.
Oh,
Our
okay.
events we try to share as widely as possible on Neomed's website.
Okay.
But we have used resources from that website, and we definitely promote them to all the patients that we encounter.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
All right, ladies, have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Again, I want to encourage you to check out their website. Now, up next, Nathan from J Auto is going to give us some food for thought, and we will be back in the kitchen, Cocina Latina, checking out on Caesars, so stay tuned.
Have you ever considered how 1 is equal to 31,536,000? How often at the end of the day do we feel we could have done more? Well, you're not alone. Most of us feel the same. To bring out the most of something, we first have to understand what goes into something. And if you haven't guessed it yet, 31,536,000 is the amount of seconds that go into each year. So how do we make each second count? For starters, let's consider the value of each second. What does it mean to you? The choices we make decide our fate. So, how we choose to spend the very next second will connect us to the next, as this will ultimately decide the outcome of our day. Let's decide together as we make each second count.
Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I am in the Cocina Latina, our Latin kitchen with Caesar.
Hey, Maria, good to see you again.
Can you tell us what was the name of the dish again?
This is called lomo de cerdo con anís. It's called pork tenderloin with anisette, you know?
It's a Mexican
It's a
dish.
Mexican dish from
Okay.
Mexico. You know? It may not seem like Mexico. It has some tendency, we call it parts from France that I think that's where the dish is exactly originated from. So
Okay.
here's our pork tenderloin, okay? We're gonna cut it by half, you know? As you can see, it is a piece of meat that doesn't have too much fat, but of course, in any meat you want some fat because that's gonna add the juice to the
Right.
meat, you know? We're gonna season it with some salt all the way around it, here, and maybe some pepper right there, you know?
Yes.
Voila. To give it that little taste. Right here we got our nice pan going on. We're
Okay.
gonna add a little bit what you call of oil there, so we can just fry, you know.
Okay.
You wanna make sure what you call
Last
you wanna
time we
make
had a
sure-
nice little fire. So.
you wanna make sure that your fire and your oil is kind of hot. You have maybe something there, maybe some flour. See, see
Oh.
You
Oh, okay.
listen to that, no?
To check to see if the
Exactly, to
oil's
see-
hot, right.
Now we're gonna use bread a little bit lightly there.
Okay.
And we're gonna put our pork 1, 2, 3. You don't want a lot of flour on it because that's gonna burn on the oil,
Okay.
and that's gonna make it turn dark. So you just
Okay.
kind of shake it a little bit there.
Just a little
and
bit
you're
of
gonna add
flour.
it. There you go. You see that?
Nice.
You guys can see that. It's frying perfectly, no? The oil is a perfect temperature, and it's gonna sear outside. We wanna get a nice color outside. We wanna sear in all those juices because we really need those juices to stay inside to make the dish very moist. In any of these type of meats, especially when it's a meat that doesn't have a lot of fat, you don't want to lose you don't want to lose a lot of that juice, so you want to just keep it inside and seal it inside,
Right.
no? We're going to get it going, you know, give
By
it a nice
flashing
color.
it pretty
Exactly
quickly, turning
like
it.
that,
Okay,
no?
awesome.
Like for example, like the beef tenderloin, you know?
Yeah.
That's a piece of meat that has very little fat. Some chefs like to add some bacon around it and make some like medallions
yeah.
with that, you know?
Great
That
idea.
adds fatness to the dish, and because fat is good sometimes, so to a certain level, of
Yeah.
course, you know? There you go.
I confess, I like fat on meat.
We're gonna get it going there, get it going, get it going.
Now, does this piece of meat cook fairly quickly?
Yeah, fairly quickly. This is a dish that cooks real fast at that, no? It's a very like thin, you can see it's not as thick as a beef tenderloin, but look, you see, there we go. We're seeing the dish in there.
Nice.
We're getting all the color in there.
Love it.
Everything is working right there, you know?
Yes.
Once your meat is kind of like seared outside from both angles, you want to just kind of put it on the side, no?
Okay.
Put it on the
So
side.
you actually want to move it
Exactly.
to the side.
Move it
Okay.
out of the fire because you don't want it to overcook right there.
Right.
Right there is your pan. And next we're going to follow with our onions. No? Our onions are going to go right there. See that? Our pan is still hot right there. We're going to add a little bit of our garlic here, you know?
Okay.
I don't know if I mentioned it before, but right here we have a little bit of pork base.
Pork
base
base.
is very important, you know. These onions and this garlic needs to be sweat. You don't want it burnt or dark, you know. If the
Right.
sauce is gonna be dark, you're gonna give it some more color, burn it, or just not burn it, but I kind of like just give it like a brownish color. Right here we just want to sweat it because our sauce is gonna be white. It's light sauce, you know.
Okay.
See, try. Can you smell that? Oh my God, look at that. I
I
love the
love
smell
it.
of fresh garlic.
Love it.
Oh God, it's
Yeah.
good, no?
Yes.
So when you got that right there, this is what we're gonna follow with. We got our base
Now
right there.
we
now.
have a minute left.
Okay, right there.
And
Our
we-
pork base, you know. And just we're gonna add a little bit of what we call our pork stock right here.
Okay. That's pork stock?
Pork stock, sweetie. There you go. No?
I never knew they even made
Little
that.
by little. Like, you don't want it like that, no?
Right.
Oh my God. That's little by little. No?
Nice.
Voila. And next, we're gonna let that reduce a little bit right there.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, for seasoning, I mean, you're just gonna add a little bit of this anise seeds, which is good. You can add it just for flavor there.
Okay.
Our bay leaf in there, you know.
Nice.
And we're gonna add our cream at this point, you know.
Okay.
This is gonna give our thickness. You want this just kind of reduce a little bit. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. I should have put this, the wine.
You put
is
wine
good,
in
yeah.
everything.
There you go. Oh,
Now,
but
Caesar,
that-
we have to toss the
Sure,
commercial.
we'll finish the dish, no?
And for people that have tuned in for the first time, Caesar's going to keep cooking
smell
this
that.
dish, and we'll be
Getting
checking
good.
back.
Look at that.
Oh, it's wonderful. This smells
gorgeous, no?
great.
There you go.
Don't go anywhere. When we get back, we'll be hearing from Tri-C, so stick around.
The Hispanic Council is an office that offers bilingual support services, English and Spanish, for Hispanic students currently enrolled in Tri-C or those students who might wish or plan on attending Tri-C in the future. I really do feel that we have a very big impact, and there's certain obstacles that multilingual students face, and I think it's wonderful that Tri-C is so supportive and that we have this department to support those types of needs.
The Hispanic Council helps support and guide students financially with scholarships and guidance with motivation.
We are very fortunate to have scholarships for Hispanic students thanks to the creation of our Hispanic Endowment Fund a number of years ago. In fact, this year we are setting a record and we are able to award $100,000 to our Hispanic students, and we are very grateful for that.
The Hispanic Council helped shape who I am today. I love the Hispanic Council. It truly made a difference in my life.
We really do make a difference, and it's great to see students start with us, and graduate, and then keep in touch with us. And it really is a great feeling. For more information on the Hispanic Council office, you can call us at 216-987-5691.
Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. Now, Caesar, what was the name of this dish again?
It's called lomo de cerdo con anís. And here you go, Myra. I want you to taste two different things here. First, I want you to taste the anise because it is the last thing that we're going to add to our dish. You want to grab that little glass right here?
Of course.
I'm going to pour you a little bit right here.
I love that you
So you
cook
can-
with wine.
It's excellent. See, it's anise. It's very good. You also can use pernod, which is from France. This is specifically anise del mono from Spain, which is very good. No, I like it. Yeah. So exactly. No. So at this point, I want you to come over here and see
good.
our sauce. It's our creamy sauce. I
Okay.
put a little of rosemary in there. So we can just actually give it
Rosemary?
that extra rosemary
Okay.
flavor. It's kind of like a strong flavor.
Yes.
Right here we have our pork tenderloin that we cook. And we're gonna start slicing it right there. Now, you don't want to overcook your pork tender. You want to cook it maybe medium or medium well, no?
Yeah, I saw that it's a little pink.
Exactly, but that's good right there.
Oh,
That's
okay.
perfect, you know? So, okay, so right now we're going to put this on the side here.
Okay.
We're going to turn this off. We're going to start plating, you know? I think that the best way for us to plate this is using sweet potatoes to strengthen that kind of sweetness in the dish, you know?
Love
so you can
sweet
try
potatoes.
it. So we're going to grab some sweet potatoes that we cooked early on here.
Okay.
And we're going to put it right there in the middle.
Now, did you boil them or bake them?
We just baked them.
You baked them? Okay.
Exactly. Now we're going to grab our pork tender right here, you know? And this is going to be something that you can do for your husband or your wife, because look at this, you know? It's nice, you know? You can see the color right there. You can see that the pork hasn't been cooked all the way.
How
and it's
cool.
perfect for plating, you know? You
Yes.
want to see some of that. Maybe push it down a little bit right here, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we're going to grab our sauce here, and I want you to just grab a spoon here and try our sauce. I mean,
Yes.
it's very important that in any sauce that you make at home, you add the salt at the end, and you can tell that right now. Because the
Wow.
concentration of flavors is going to make
Very
it saltier. Maybe it
Yes.
needs a little bit more pepper right there, you know? Excellent. And we're going to grab our spoon right here, and we're going to grab our sauce. Oh, perfect sauce, you know?
Yes.
Look at that.
Now we got 30 seconds. So
Exactly.
the side would be, instead of rice, you have the sweet potato.
It's sweet potatoes for that.
yeah,
I mean,
this
you want to
looks
put some vegetables on that, I would recommend you, but I like, you see, look at this. Oh my God, excellent sauce,
is
creamy sauce
beautiful.
for that. It's a very quick dish. We got our rosemary that's right here. We're going to keep it in the middle, you know?
Yes.
We're going to actually, what you call, at somewhere we call this like a very small, tiny dice
Okay.
red peppers for color. And
Awesome.
we're going to add a little bit we call of olive oil
Right.
right here on top to finish. You know?
Yes, this is beautiful. Now, Cesar, we got to get going. This is beautiful. This is a dish from Mexico that you would never
Exactly that, no?
assume.
And it's
So-
set to finish on
Yeah.
top. And that's what makes it really
Little bit of wine.
There you go. Excellent.
Now, don't go anywhere. We'll be hearing from Nathan. He has some more food for thought, so stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Nathan Lankry. How often do you feel that you're putting things off until the next day? How often do you feel like you want to get something done, but you just don't know how to do it? Or maybe the timing just feels, let's say, a little off. Well, today we're going to explore the distinction between procrastination and exercising patience. It's easy for all of us to fall into the trap of making excuses for the important things we need to accomplish in our life. In this regard, we need to establish if it's something we have total influence over or not. There are times we are cooperating with other people as a part of what needs to get done. This is where we must master the art of patience in order to successfully understand the other person's point of view so we can accomplish what we are set out to do. At the same time, when we are the only driving force behind a mission, we must avoid the pitfalls of procrastination. Because when we procrastinate, all we have to share in the end are the stories and excuses that leave us telling ourselves at the end, I wish I did. Thank you.
Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I am excited to have here in studio with us Anthony, aka Tony Fresh, and Emmanuel Velez from ShowPeace Entertainment to talk to us about the culture of congas. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Myra. Thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely. It's good to meet you. Gracias. Now, can you share with our audience, congas is a big piece of Latin music. Can you share with us the culture or the history of it?
Well, let's set the tone real quick, Pops. One of the things about this instrument, this hand drum, that intrigues me the most is the fact that the conga is probably it was said to be the second instrument ever. First was voice, and then was the drums.
Oh, get out of here.
And over the years, over so many years, when it originated in Africa and then into the Latin American culture, it evolved. For instance, the skin is either made from cow skin or mule skin.
Moose?
Yeah, the M-U-L-E.
Oh, mule. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then it didn't have these lugs on it to tighten the skin.
Yeah.
Before the 50s, actually, they used to have to provide heat on it. They had to apply heat on it just to make it tight and tune it to a specific sound.
Nice.
And then it evolved into having rope around it with a little peg to tighten it to pitch the sounds. And now they come with lugs. So you can tune each conga to a different pitch to give you different levels.
Awesome. Never knew that.
Yeah. And then for me, myself, I'm a break dancer. I own a company, entertainment company, ShowPeace Entertainment.
Yes.
My father and I, we've done some showcases where we incorporated the Latin percussion instrument into our breakdance set.
Yes.
Very entertaining. It really has a huge impact in the urban music, especially with break beats. And it adds a nice
give us a
funk.
little taste. Let me see this father-son duo.
Yeah?
Show me.
Actually, how about if you try something?
No. Don't do this to me.
Yeah? All right, come on, let's do this real quick.
All right. Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna let my father show you.
I get two of them?
You get two. Yep. Take it away, Pops.
So you got your quinto and your segunda. So you want to do one call. Okay, one call.
Okay. It's not as hard as you would think.
That's it.
Right. I love my culture. Now you treat us. You're the pro. Nice. Now you guys teach it, don't you?
We do.
Okay.
We don't play in the band. It's just our father and son bonding moments. But at the studio, we do teach private lessons.
Okay.
Little $15 for an hour, and we can teach you the basics.
Cool.
And based on your efforts, we can move on to advancing.
Well, I have to go to commercial break. Give us a little bit of taste, then we'll be back to hear more. Stay tuned. Thank you for being with us today. If you'd like to check us out, our previous episodes, log on to LatinoCleveland.com. We're going to end this show today with Anthony and Emmanuel giving us a little culture in studio.
Take it away, sexy man.
Hey.
You gonna dance?
Yes.
Or advertise on Joe Soy Latino Cleveland, contact us at latinocleveland.com.